Good morning, everyone. It was a pretty good night. Quiet, except for you could hear the turnpike, the highway. You could hear the trucks using their brakes, blah, 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 all the way down, I guess. Obviously, a very long hill. But I had my earplugs in, so it was okay. We did have more drama in the middle of the night. Dakota he woke up for some reason, got really sick, came out of both ends. Luckily, there was a bathroom right there. We still don't know what it is because he feels fine today, so it must have been something he ate or something. But we'll just have to, keep watching to make sure he's not like deathly ill or dying, because I'll just leave him on the trail. Yeah, so we're packing up now. We're in the process. We're probably gonna eat something because there's a store. I can't remember what the market is. I can't remember the name. I'll let you know a little bit later, but it's right off trail and they have food there. So we're gonna see if we can swing by there and have lunch there. But we're gonna take a little bit now and move on, head out. We're back up on the trail, left the shelter area. That was a really nice shelter area. But so far, the first shelter we were at, which is I think the Route 56, the first one we had lunch the first day, the water was clear when it came out of the pump. Everywhere else so far, the water was rusted. So look on the map. Most of the shelters have a natural spring as well. And that's where we got water instead of that, the thing, because you pump it up, it's full of rust. And it's from the equipment that's pumping it, because that's rusted. So, but yeah, it's really nice. Just past route or mile marker 38. Today we have a 14 point something whatever mile day. And so far it's nice. And hopefully it stays that way. I think it will. It's time to get back down on the trail. Here we are coming up over the Turnpike Bridge. It's pretty loud with the cars. This is what we were hearing last night. It wasn't real bad. But the Laurel Highlands PA is signed right on it. And I think we drove under this to get here. All right, we just passed the official, I think it's the official halfway point, mile 35. I think the trail's 70 miles. Now the trail mile 70 do not include the mileage to and from the shelter. So I would probably say, if you count that, and if you go to every shelter, it's probably closer to 73 and a half, 74 miles is my guess. Because the Route 271 shelter, it's a mile just to the shelter from the trail. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, finally hit the official halfway point. Yeah, I think the terrain probably starting midway through yesterday. The terrain is kind of gotten rougher, just as far as ups and downs. It's still not very extremely hard. It's just there's a lot more ups and downs. But man, is it beautiful. It really changed. Compared to the first day and a half where I was saying, it was just the same look and feel. I mean, this is different. There's a lot more rock formations, some different things to see. We're not up on a ridge all the time. We're going back up and down and stuff. It's really nice. Plus, there's plenty more water too. So again, we're only carrying a liter today. So we'll just fill up as we go. At 32 and a half, the mile marker, and that's where the route, I think it's 31 shelter. We're not going there. We're gonna go on about another 3.5 miles, get off the trail, and there's the Highlands Market, I think it's called, and that's where we're gonna go to try to get some town food. Looks like it's some kind of old structure. Looks like a wall and something else over there. Can't really tell. Or it could just be a big pile of stones. Yeah, definitely better different scenery today. Definitely better. Now we're in the Piney Woods. Yeah, it's turning out to be a lot better than what I expected. We made it to, what's this road called?
Country Line.
We made it to Country Line Road, and right down here we see a sign for the market, so pretty sure this is right, and we're gonna go up here and pig out. So we just came up on Highlands Market, and it turns out they're closed. They're closed the 6th and 7th, which today's the 6th, because they're redoing their computer system. So much for that. Well, we're back on trail. It's kind of disappointing. Didn't get some town food. I mean, we had food with us, but we were just looking forward to it and talking about it all day. But so we got right back to the trail. We're up the road, then on the trail, and then we just stopped right on the trail and just started eating. But the trail maintainers were coming through and they were weed whacking. I don't know if you can tell, but doing a really good job trimming the weeds back, I guess. But we only got about, I would say, 4.5 miles to go anyway to our camp. So to the shelter, the Grendel Road, or Grendel, whatever shelter area. So we're gonna find a water source because we're both pretty much out of water. Just gonna sit there and rest a little bit, and then finish out and get to the shelter area. All right, we're coming in. We're entering the Seven Springs ski resort. So I know we have to walk right across where you would normally ski in the wintertime. And we're hoping there's a place up here to eat. I think there is, if my memory serves me, but I'm not sure. All right, so we made it to the lodge. The soda machines are no longer outside, they're down around back, but the good thing we found this, because I had the soda and I also took one for the road for dinner tonight. And we were completely out of water for a long time, and Dakota was getting dehydrated. So the bathrooms are right in here, and we just filled up in the sink, so we're good to go. We only got a couple miles left, and we're gonna be at camp for the night anyway. And the clouds are rolling in, so because it's supposed to start raining, but we'll make it. All right, mile 24, the Grendel Ridge shelter area. That's home for the night. All right, so made it to the shelter area. Gonna find a spot. I'm gonna wait for Dakota to get down here, and then we're gonna set up and get ready for the rain tomorrow. All right, I'm all set up for the night. I'm gonna be cooking dinner tonight. Dakota's still not here. I don't know where he's at. I know he was having his issues again. And he was talking about doing another 17 miles to the next shelter, even though he doesn't have reservations. So maybe like a 30-some mile day today, which he has bad knees now. So don't know what he's doing. So, but I'm set up, and here's the tent pad. I think there's only a tent pad here. So if he happens to come in, he can stay here. But I'm pretty much sure he moved on. Dinner, and I had Next Mile deli roast beef. Man, that was good. It actually came with a mustard packet and 2 mayonnaise packets, kind of like Packet Gourmet. And the Next Mile meal is the only other company that I saw that did something similar. But man, it really hit the spot. And that's something like that. The buffalo chicken, ranch chicken, whatever it's called, and the tacos. Beef tacos, those you could eat, these 3 things you could eat right out of the packet like I did, or you could put them in wraps, like low carb wraps. Excellent, absolutely excellent. But now I'm done eating. I have my bear line hung, everything's done. threw my trash out. So I'm just gonna make some true blueberry tea and just sit here and relax for the rest of the night. All right, this blueberry tea is really, really good. Just to recap the day, I did, from that last shelter to here was 14.4, plus we went off trail to try to get to Highlands Market, which ended up being closed because they were replacing their computers. So we went and we got to Seven Springs. We walked around there a little bit to see if anything was open. It really wasn't. Did get some soda, which I had tonight, which was really nice to have on trail. So overall, the trail miles today was, I would say, probably 15 and a half or 16 miles total. The day before it was 23 total. So the plan is, Dakota's not here. So unless he somehow slipped in and went to a campsite around here somewhere else, I don't know. But he's having issues lately, some stuff at home, but his knees are still hurting from the last trip. He got sick in the middle of the night last night. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It almost seems like every trip there's something going on. So I said I was going here because I wasn't going to add another 17. He wanted to do another 17.7 miles tonight. I mean, it's 7 o'clock at night now. I got here probably 6 or 5:30. Talked to the ranger for a while. Yeah, so I don't know what he's thinking, because if he gets to 17 tonight, it's 6 miles out, but he's not going to get till like 3 or 4 in the morning. And so I don't know what the deal is. So anyway, I'm here. I'm going to relax, because I'm certainly not going to do 17. That's what, 15 and 17, 32, 33 miles. I'm not doing that. No way. Especially with the terrain's going to get more difficult here because it's going to start more up and down. So I'm going to finish my tea and then I'm going to hang out, finish listening to my audiobook, probably watch a couple movies, and relax. But I am going to get my hammock set up, ready for the rain because it might rain in the middle of the night. So I'm going to leave it in porch mode. I'm going to lower it a little bit. But I'm just going to bring the door flaps down in case wind's blowing in. So that's the plan for me. So I'm going to enjoy, and this is a nice tent pad. I thought if he'd come in, he'd have actually a nice tent pad to camp on. So I'm going to get up early tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get up, probably be on the trail at first light, maybe 5:30 if possible, maybe 5. But again, that would be hopefully before the rain. And it is supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And then later in the afternoon tomorrow, they're talking high winds and hail. So it's probably a good idea to get out. And I think that was his plan too, is get to a shelter area. Of course, he doesn't have reservations, but he'll get to the shelter at like 3 or 4 in the morning and sleep. But I sent him a message. We have signal on the trail and he didn't respond. So, whatever, that's the situation where we're at. Had a lot of drama today, drama yesterday. So, we'll see how everything plays out. All right, here's what I did to get everything kind of ready for the rain. I lowered the porch so you can see it's a little bit lower under there. I also took the door flaps, closed this one down here with a rock, and then I kind of closed the back one. So anything coming in, it's good enough. If I start feeling anything blowing in, I don't think it's going to be blowing tonight anyway. This is only in case if it starts drizzling, but yeah, I'll be pretty protected. And just a reminder, one side should always have lower and should be where the water is going to flow downhill. So that way it won't puddle and it'll just kind of run right down and off.